Back with our hockey insider, Darren Dreger, for more on the Leafs scoring leader, Auston Matthews, in the wake of last night's overtime win over Calgary. Dregs, their coach, Sheldon Keefe, acknowledged that Matthews has a wrist injury. This isn't a new problem, right?
It's not a new problem. In fact, he's aggravated something that he has been dealing with for quite some time now. That sounds a bit alarming, I guess, from a Toronto Maple Leafs fan perspective, but it shouldn't be. I'm told that it's not structural, that this isn't serious. In fact, it's very minor. But then you look at the games this week against the Calgary Flames, and you can see that Sheldon Keefe and the coaching staff had to make adjustments. On Monday, our game on TSN versus the Flames, it appeared like Matthews was avoiding the one-timer, and they made adjustments to the structure of that power play. But then you look at his time on ice, it's normal, and his production versus the Calgary Flames, at least in Game 2, was up there as well.
Obviously, he's been trying to play through this. Is that the plan moving forward?
That is the plan, yes, as of now, unless there's a more significant setback, if you will, and that's not expected. The Maple Leafs had an off day on Thursday. Now, it's believed they'll skate on Friday. If Auston Matthews isn't out there, there'll be questions, of course, that need to be asked, but I wouldn't read into that either as being an indication of something more sinister in play. Again, it's non-structural, and the expectation is that Auston Matthews will be in the lineup Saturday against the Oilers.
Well, his goal-a-game pace has slowed with no goals in those two games against the Flames, but still, he has assisted on both William Nylander goals last night for that Toronto victory, so still producing. Our hockey insider, Darren Dreger.
So, 18 goals in his first 18 games of the year for Auston Matthews, nothing in the last two, and then Leaf fans started seeing the bandage wrapped around his wrist. Pierre, how concerning is it? It's only 2 games without a goal, but how concerned are they right now?
There's a bit of concern, but I don't think that people should panic. This is an ongoing issue that he's played with for most of the year, but he clearly aggravated it in the last game or two, and you know the Leafs haven't denied that. So you know they're going to work through this, whether or not he skates Friday, maybe not. But at the end of the day, they believe they can manage this at this point.
All right, Poulin, as a former sniper yourself, what have you noticed about the way this has affected his play over the last couple of games?
Well, first of all, you're telling me this guy wasn't healthy all year, that this was a lingering injury? You got to be kidding me.
But
what happens when he's healthy?
To Pierre's point, though, he aggravated it, made it a little bit worse.
But he still called it a lingering injury. I think that's what stuck out for me with Sheldon Keefe. But when I'm looking at it, when you go back and really dissect it, were there opportunities for him to shoot when he turned it down? There may have been, and he bobbled the puck a couple of times. And now normally, is this coming as a one-timer, or is it coming as he's just trying to power that wrist shot through? And so when you're banged up like this, it may be even a feeling out process through the game. We saw him crash into the boards, and it may be just, hey, I got to feel this out. I'm not 100% sure. Now, once again, he is showing how he still did shoot the puck at times. Normally, this is a catch and release. There's no hesitation at all. It's a little bobble, and maybe that is the sensitivity of it. I'm not quite sure that this has slowed him down that much early in the year, and if it is lingering and it's banged up, it may not be too long before he's right back. He needs a couple days without shooting a puck at all, Gino. The hard part is the schedule.
And you know what the Leafs need right now? Someone else to step up and start scoring some goals. They can get some help from John Tavares. After 4 goals in his first 6 games this season, he's only got 2 in his last 15 games.
Hey, Sheldon, I'm just wondering if Austin's wrist was maybe bugging him as the game wore along?
Yes, it was, yeah. Yeah, I think it's something that can be treated. I mean, he's been dealing with it for a long time now throughout the season and hasn't slowed him down. Obviously, today it was a factor, but we do have a couple of days here before we play again. Day off, full day off tomorrow, and then a practice and travel day, and then we get out west. So, we'll see how he is. We'll continue to take care of him and monitor it. We don't think it's anything more at this point than what he's been dealing with.
Sheldon, what made you want to go with JT and Mitch and then Auston and William to start OT?
It really was just as simple as Auston wasn't comfortable taking the face off, just the way that his wrist was feeling. So the face off to me is really important at 3-on-3. And so we sent John for that and then intended to send Auston on the fly. It just so happened we had a D-zone face off, but was on the right side, and Will took it and won it. So we won both those face-offs, gave us the puck, really for pretty much the bulk of the time we spent there. other than a little bit of time that led to the face-off, and we have the puck. Give yourself a good chance at 3-on-3 to make something happen.